Hi, my name's Tim, and this is the offensive driving school. It's not offensive as in offensive towards people, but offensive as in offense defense. As in, if you're a defensive driver, you're just waiting for some shit to happen to you. Whereas offensive, you're making shit happen. And that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for people that aren't just gonna get from one place to another. You're getting from one place to another. Get the hell out of the way. It's more like driving on a motorcycle. Motorcycle people are always engaged. They're always paying attention to where they are. They use radar. Um, they they know where every vehicle is on the road. Most drivers think they're in this fucking cage that is going to protect them, and they don't give a shit about anybody else except for their precious paint. Fuck that. What we're looking for is somebody that's going to be actively looking for a good spot to be in, actively trying to make make the position work for them. You can tell what's going to happen ahead of time if you're paying attention. Most people don't fucking pay attention, so this is what we're going to try and avoid. Um, you want to look ahead, not one car in front of you, because that's just reactionary defensive driving bullshit. Fuck that. What you want to do is you want to look 3 or 4 cars ahead, look at their tail lights if you can. If you're behind a big ass truck that has tinted window in the back and you can't see anything around them, be in front of them. You don't want to be behind somebody that you can't tell what the hell's going to happen. You're driving in a little tiny car. You know what? You're vulnerable to any idiot that's on the road gonna fuck you over. So you want to get into a position where you can see what's going to happen. You want to not be in the blind spot of a semi truck. I mean, these are common things. They teach you this, but nobody remembers it because they just lose their fucking minds after driving for a couple of days. Anyway, you want to be able to put yourself into good positions where you're not going to be a problem. And don't think about it as everybody else is going to be your problem. When are you going to get hit? It's when you're not paying attention to what somebody else is doing. Everybody drives differently, and you have to assess in an instant how somebody else is going to be driving. I do it normally by, I don't know, I know this is fucked up, but handicap stickers. I think that anybody that has a handicap license plate is a fucking retard. They don't pay attention to a goddamn thing. So I avoid them like the plague. I don't get behind them. I go around them, and eventually one of them's going to hit me in the ass because they don't fucking pay attention to anything around them. All they do is they look directly in front of their freaking windshield. But I mean, that's a quick assessment. Yes, it's wrong to fucking assess people, whatever. It's not like it's a black, white, Chinese, Asian American, whatever thing. It's just, I avoid them because 9 times out of 10 they're fucking retards. Okay, so get rid of that one. And the semi truck thing. One, if they're loaded down, that motherfucker ain't stopping very quick. I don't know why you people let them get 10 feet from your bumper. Get the hell away from them. If you're, they're 40 feet long plus the cab, so they're a good 55 feet long by the time it's all said and done. You know what? That's a lot of area to crush your car. So you might want to not be next to them. And if a guy has his fucking right turn signal blinker on, and he's gonna swing this giant fucking semi truck around a right turn, don't go inside of him, because those little lug nuts will make a nice pretty swirl all down the side of your car, and guess what? His insurance don't give a fuck. So you take that into your own hands. I give semi trucks a wide berth because I believe that they need it, and it'd be a good thing to pay attention to that one. Motorcycles. Motorcycles are quick and zippy. They can get from wherever they want. Really fast. In California, they're allowed to share the lane. Guess what, asshole? Don't open your fucking door. They're supposed to drive past you while you're stopped. They're supposed to go to the front of the fucking line. You know what? That's a fucking rule. They're supposed to do that. If the cell phone thing, there's a lot of little things we'll get into. I'm not even going to touch cell phones yet. But motorcycles, they have the ability to know where everything is all the time because they've got a little bit more adjustment. They can just look a little bit easier. There's no blind spots. But if a motorcycle zips around you, don't fucking get up next to him again. The reason he zipped around you is because he wants to know where you are. He's putting you in his mirrors so that when somebody else tries to fuck him over, he's got a place to go. He can't just hit the brakes and expect the guy behind him to stop just as fast because a motorcycle can stop like that. Whereas cars take a finite amount of time to stop that moving vehicle. You know, they weigh 400 pounds plus the driver, so 600 pounds, 700 pounds maybe, unless it's full dressed out, and then they're talking 800 pounds maybe. But they can stop really, really fast. From 60 miles an hour to nothing, 3 cars would have hit them by the time the cars would have stopped. So give them a little bit of a wide berth, and even though they try to suck up onto you sometimes, that's because they can stop, you can't. Don't tailgate them. Don't try to fucking, box them out, because they're just going to get up there and go around you anyway. So just give them a little bit of a wide berth as well. Well, wide berth, that should be the topic of this one. Give everybody a wide berth. People don't, there's a lot more people on the road, so people aren't paying attention to the rules anymore. That whole 2-second rule thing, well, that works out if you're actually doing it. Motorcycles don't have to do that. They're actually a 1-second rule. When there's multiple motorcycles, they stagger left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and it's 1 second between them because the guy in front of you is actually 2 seconds ahead of you. And even 2 seconds, not really enough time for some of these, the people that are on the road these days. They're fucking off, eating, doing other things, being occupied with other crap. So unless you really want to put your vehicle into the back of somebody else, you would be better off giving them 2.5, 3 seconds, because you need to make up for what they're not going to do. Because they're going to hit the guy in front of them, and then you're going to fucking power brake into them. Then everybody else is just going to accordion up behind you, and everybody's going to get into big trouble. So, wide berth, look around, pay attention to everybody else, use that radar, learn where everybody else is, and pay attention to what they're doing. Lane position is really big. If your lane position says, I'm going to go to the left now, somebody's going to come up and sneak into you, and they're going to take up that space that you have that you could go into. But please use your lane position. Get into a position where you're going to be able to move over. Don't try to fucking go into the left lane from the right side of your lane. That doesn't tell the guy that you're getting ready to come over. That's just going to surprise the shit out of him, and that's not what we're here for. We really want to be offensive by making the opportunity. You're getting over there, you're looking, you're going, okay, boom, I'm going to get over here. And when you do shoot over into that other lane, if you're going into another lane and you have to hit the brakes to do it, that's not the right fucking lane, unless it's like a turn lane that you have to get into or whatever. If you're trying to get into a better position by hitting the brakes, you're fucking wrong. You should always be going faster to get into the next lane, or it's the wrong fucking lane to be in. So keep that in mind as well. We'll touch more on that later. That's about all I got for right now. I'll make another video here in just a little bit, but this one I'd like to call wide berth. So make a wide berth. Give everybody their space. Space is what's going to help you out. And I know those California drivers, every time you put on a fucking signal, they want to box you out. But they'll get over it. Start using your signals. That's what they're there for. They're called indicating lights, so they indicate your intentions, or directionals, or whatever everybody else wants to call them, blinkers. The indicators will indicate your intentions and make everybody happy. So that's all I got for now. This is Offensive Driving School 101 Wide Berth. Thanks for watching.